Is anyone here? The streak is alive. The streak is alive and kicking. Made it. I don't know for how long. I got to charge my phone. I've been talking away, talking and talking and talking. A wonderful conversation with my good friend James Plath, who is he's just a wonderful person to sit and hang with and talk. Um, let's see. So, just go live for I don't even know what time it is. Half an hour. We'll be back tonight. I got a great guest tonight. I'm tired of sitting. I need to get out and take a walk. I need to. Hey, Michael, thank you for that. Hey, Lee. Um, Allie, my friend, thanks for coming in to say hi. Chef Mary was here. Let's see. Sniper was here. Cat says he may break his streak. I would never break my streak. James tried to send me packing at an hour mark. He's like, you better get there. And I was like, well, I did give myself a little window, a little opportunity. Hey, Lady Sky. Michael says, sorry I'm late. I'm very late, Michael. I just got here. Michael was out filming for the second channel. Awesome. Hey, Mark, I could use a cup of coffee. I can't have a cup of coffee. I can't even have a green tea right now. Caffeine has I forget how long they call it a half-life. So it would still be in my system as I lay down and go to bed tonight. Looking at my beard. I might need to take a walk. My butt hurts from sitting. Lady Sky says, how are you, Yogi? I'm good. I just did a sit-down discussion with James Plath for his podcast, The Gospel of Astonishment. James was one of my very first guests when I started doing guests on his birthday. It's been, as a matter of fact, 2 months ago on this exact date, because his birthday is September 19th. James came up to celebrate and have a wonderful conversation. Hey, Coco. And he asked me to come up and talk. It was, as I mentioned to a couple of different people, a little nervous. I don't know when you watch it. It'll be up, I believe, tomorrow, he said, if you could tell that I was nervous. But he has sat with, thank you, Sniper. Sniper has been a member for a year. That is awesome support. Sniper, I don't think there's any way I could actually convey my gratefulness for you, who you are, what you do for me every single day with just your presence. With just your presence. And the fact that you would do me the great, great privilege of coming up once a week. But yeah, James has sat with on his channel several times Pulitzer Prize winners. And I am literally just a yogi, and not even a very good one. I did not tell fart jokes, but I did tell ball jokes a couple of times. Kat says, so how did it go? I was nervous, but I felt very comfortable with James because he's a friend. And we were talking about the things that I love to talk about. I talked a great deal about the Course. We talked about non-duality. We talked about the illusion of the world, the solidity of the world. We talked about suffering, awakening from suffering. I talked a great deal about kindness, about forgiveness. And we wanted to speculate a bit. I tried my best to steer away from speculation, but James like, well, we got to speculate a little bit. So we speculated. Jamie, how are you? How's the stuff's coming along, Jamie? So hopefully you guys will get a chance to watch it. We became close to 2 hours. Uncle says, unfortunately, I didn't capture anything weird except for a couple of tree knocks, but I was able to rule them out as a natural noise because I heard a deer snort at me. Deer snorts are pretty. You hear them late at night or on a foggy morning, they could be a little disconcerting, right? Sniper says, I'm happy for you, my friend. Thank you, Sniper. I got another one coming. I think it's next week. I think I'm coming up on the Miracles Cafe with Dakini Wild. First thing I'm going to do when I'm off the phone is to get rid of my Zoom download because it's slowing my phone down considerably. Amy has not done deadlifts for a while. I've been doing the last 2 weeks high rep squats. 25, I did 30 reps today. Not heavy, but when you get in 30 reps, I have done sternum pull-ups before, Jamie. So we talked a bit about the channel. I talked about you guys. I had absolutely nothing good to say about you guys. Hey, Jack, how are you, my friend? Jack, I love your training videos. I love seeing the mobility and the speed that you display, the commitment. But I tell you something, in all honesty, my heart breaks open with joy when I see you with your kids, when I see you skating with your kids, when I see you instructing your kids. That's where the magic happens. That's what I love about the Reinhardt's channel. Watching Jack display awesome athletic ability is awesome. Watching Jack and his kids is magical. All right. How's Texas, Lady Sky? Hey, Share Bear. Share Bear says, much love to you all. Got to get back to work, but hope you all have a blessed day. Remember, I love you, and so does God. Thank you, Share Bear. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for that beautiful message. Hey, Leon, thank you so much, my friend. Much appreciated. Hey, Ace, Facey Ace is here. Hey, it turns out our friend Pop Tarts, some of those subscribers didn't stick, and I don't think he's at 50 anymore. He was a little disillusioned. Jack says, thank you very much for those kind words. You're welcome, Jack. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you share. Sometimes, we think we're just sharing little snippets of our life. But if you do something like that and it brings a whole lot of joy to someone, you are literally doing God's work and you might not even realize it. I can promise you that you are, though. Rita says, you ever smile? Never. Never. I'm not smiling now. It's not a smile. It's actually gas. I'm sorry. I never smile. Thank you for the jewels. Hey, Chris. So it's a short live stream. I'm here late. Going to do half an hour, so maybe 20 more minutes. I was sharing a bit of my experience doing a podcast, my first one really. Coco says stoic. I am stoic. Chris says I smile. You smile when you sing. It's because I know. It's because I know how bad I am. More importantly, I smile when I'm with my friend Chris. When I'm singing with Chris, I smile for sure. This guy's laughing. Lady Scott says, gas from Yogi. Well, here's the thing. Remember, I'm fifth level vegan. I'm almost ready to graduate. When when you reach that fifth level, all that's left is transcendence. All that's left is you actually go to vegan heaven. You've forgiven the world. Uh, you're in the happier vegan dream. On that fifth level, uh, you don't have gas like regular people. What you have is effervescent offerings, uh, yogi oxygenated uh, ethereal vapors that are feeding the trees. I am nourishing the world. You would think I would get a thanks, right? You think you guys would say thank you for the gaseous output that is uh, helping mankind be a better place. But nope, I don't get it. That's okay. Again, thank you so much for those jewels. Chris says, "Oh, you're so kind." Same, buddy. I look forward. I look forward to our monthly show. Even more so now that we got kazoos. Hey, Anna. Coco says 27 versions. Hey, Presley. Presley, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a little bit. Mark says Sniper has ruined my morning coffee. Bugs, bugs. How many bugs? Uh, did I just instantly boil alive? I try not to think about it. Chris says, "Oh yes, I love it." Thank you so much for those jewels. Actually, Ellie, you're just on time. I was very late. Presley says, "I'm good," and hey to Jamie. Amma says, "Shave that stuff off." Which part are we talking about? The eyebrows, the toe hair. I don't really have my toes. Um, Presley. Let's see. Oh, the whole thing. So that means the eyebrows, the mustache, the beard, the toe hair. Um, it's a lot of shaving. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty lazy. I'm pretty lazy. So I don't think I'm going to do it. I appreciate the suggestion. I just don't think I have it in me, guys. It's emphasis to our friend Alma. You're welcome, but bring your respect. Agreed. Chris says, Yogi, when do you think you might have on Alan Cohen? I don't want to miss it. Um, it's a good question. I have not reached out to him directly, but I have reached out to people who can reach out to him directly. So, secondhand request, but reliably. These are people who actually, know him, talk to him, hang out with him. I'm hoping early in the year, early in the new year. I will make sure to remind you, Chris. What are the gems even for? The gems buy me coffee. You get a certain amount of money payment with each gem. It all adds up. All of it adds up. Hey Tim, Tim, how are you, my friend? Ellie says, "Be right back. Someone needs me to become a therapist real fast." You're a good friend, Ellie. You're welcome, Chris. Hey Fred. Fred always comes in so helpful. Fred said, by the way, how did you do yesterday? With your questions, with Sniper, very insightful questions. I appreciate you asking them. The better question, how was your workout? Hey, Coco. Coco, thank you for that. Tim saying hi to everyone. Guys, Tim is a wonderful support channel. He's just a wonderful friend. Sipper says, loving the high five, Stacy. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We've been doing Jules not quite a year yet. I was pretty fortunate that YouTube invited me in when they first started doing it. And I'm glad they stuck with it because they've gotten so cool. My favorite is the Corgi. Tim dropped another video. That's video number 2, right? Hey, Tim, do you want to share the link to your video? Fred says that's slow progress in my workout. Thank you. I got 20 sit-ups. 20 sit-ups is awesome. Absolutely awesome, Fred. Congratulations. And the important thing is that you showed up and you did it. Chris says, I can't see the options for Jules to do on my phone for your channel. That's okay. Because you sing with me, and that is truly, truly a great gift. Tim says, 2 full and 2 shorts. I'm going to bring your channel up, and I will go visit right after my live stream. We got the second round of Northern Lights. Beautiful Delaware. Tim's a neighbor. He's not that far from me. And let's see. That's awesome because you got the Northern Lights, 7 months, 8 months apart? In 2 shorts. Here's the link for Tim. Guys, please support our friend Tim. Joshua says, I can sing with you. Thank you, Chris. Hey, so we're going to sing Saturday evening. Joshua, would love for you to come up to sing, or if you ever want to consider a duet. Ladies guy says, how's the weather there? No, it's cloudy. It rained this morning. It is cloudy. It's breezy. It's cold. Again, thank you so much, Chris. Ellie says, hopefully it'll snow soon because then she won't have school. Joshua, how are you? Mark says, 6 days sober. It sucks. I was drinking a liter of 96%, 192 proof moonshine every 24 hours. Sleeping with the dang thing. Are you still thinking that it's a temporary thing for you? Who says you're welcome? Josh says, very nice. Have you watched Joshua's shorts working out in odd places? The creative, the imaginative mind of Joshua. Todd says, hey, Todd, my nerve pain is winning today. The pain meds are not helping. My day will be slow. So waiting for that medicine this day will suck, but tomorrow will be better. I'm glad that tomorrow will be better. And I'm sorry that you're experiencing this, Todd. Fred's going to teach us a song. What's the song? What's up, Joshua?
Hello, Yogi. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? How are you?
Good. You got a you got a smile that tells me that you're up to something. You're up to. Let me just say you're up to something. You're up to something. I don't know what it is.
Well, listen.
Uh,
Well, it's a sunny day out today. It's very nice out, right? I mean, it's kind of chilly a little bit, but it's really nice. Hello, Tim and Chris. But listen, guys. It's very nice out, and um, but unfortunately, yesterday it was raining here, and I was due for my amazing interactive cardboard robot live stream, but I couldn't just I didn't want to ruin my robot,
oh no.
not like that. So so I have to wait until next week. That's why I cannot. It won't let me reschedule it. So I'm just going to just go ahead and just tap on it and go live next week on Tuesday. But just go from there. Um, but as far as if something's up with me, yes, I do have something going on in my head. I'm it's something a little insane. Uh, I'm debating on you know how they said you cannot be on both sides of the fence. Well, I beg to differ because it's something I'm gonna be doing as long as I have permission from the person who owns that house. I think just a little bit of money could probably convince him. I'm not sure. I want to do push-ups off of this fence right here. This is let me show you here. That fence right there. I want to do push-ups literally on that fence. And this is an advertisement fence that links the place where I work at to
Uh-huh.
someone else, a residence. And so that's what I want to do. I don't know if I'll be able to balance myself up there, but if there's two ifs, if they let me and if I can balance, I'm going to,
You're going
yes,
to attempt the impossible to literally be on both sides of the
let's
fence.
try. Let's
Uh,
try to be on both sides.
to once again prove that you are the amazing and energetic and probably a little more than slightly crazy Joshua.
You asked me about the pepper juice before, and I told you the pepper juice it has after effects. Okay, when I drink that pepper juice, I actually told someone before that I was going to do it, but I just didn't do it because it's a part of my Sunday chug day. But I didn't really get anyone in my Sunday chug, like maximum was 8 people at one time, and then it was generally 2 or 3 people. I'm not going to do my live stream for anything less than 15 people for that specific live stream. Now, if it were a regular live stream, I don't care, a couple people, whatever. But that live stream, I kind of unfortunately demand to have at least 15 people in my
Well,
live
you
stream
know
before
what?
I.
I view you as an artist, and you suffer for your art. And
Tell me.
when you chug that juice with the hot dogs, not only did you suffer when you were doing it, but you told me about the after effects. You suffered afterwards as well. So you know what? If you're going to suffer to that extent, 15 people better show up and give you some support, at the very
Yes,
least.
yes. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I will do my best. If you're suffering for my sake, the very least I can do is be there to offer you full support, 100%.
And and Heavenly Star, Sister Star, you said no more eating cat food. I actually never ate cat food. What I did was I took food bag. I already had a plastic Ziploc bag inside of the cat food bag, and I had candy inside of it that looked like cat food. Well, so when I actually ate, it was not cat food. I was eating candy out of the plastic bag inside of the bag to make people think that I was actually eating cat food.
And I should note that that Joshua also did not actually eat and swallow a a plastic water bottle.
I didn't.
But it was a very good
That
illusion. It
plastic,
was a very
that bottle, that bottle. Oh my goodness! If it were alive, it would be torture. Isn't even the word for that. But that bottle, I did chew it up. I did put it in my mouth, and I did chew it up. But sleight of hand here, like that, just it's gone.
it was good. Yeah, you did a very that was very good sleight of hand. By the way, Sniper says, and you ruined the taste of that hot dog.
Yeah, no, actually, Sniper. I appreciate that, but everyone has their own preferences, and I do that anyway. I didn't do that for YouTube. The hot dogs in there were already for myself because I like that. I don't know why I like that, but call me weird. But I usually just cut up my hot dogs if I have a package of hot dogs. Now, I've bought some pickled hot dogs and stuff before, but just something about the banana pepper taste that I do like when my hot dogs soak in it. I don't know why.
You ever wonder how many pickled eggs you can eat out of one of those big containers?
No, but that's an interesting thing for me to try later.
Have you ever had a
How many
pickled
pickled
pig's foot?
eggs? A pickled pig's foot? I've
Uh-huh.
had pig's feet, but not pickled pig. I've not had pickled pig's foot. No,
It used to be a thing when I was
I
a kid. I never had one
pickled?
before. Pickled pig's feet.
Mm, no, no, but I've had some. I've eaten almost every part of a pig you can think of. I'm not eating the eyes. I will not touch the eyes or the nose or the mouth or the ears. Now, if it's a little meat around here, that's fine. But I'm not going to just. Some people like in different areas might consider eating that, but not me. No, no. I
Ellie,
already have obligation to try a balut when I go to the Philippines in May, and I'm not too happy about that, but I'm going to try it.
um, you got to help us straighten out Ellie here. She said she would eat cat food
Ellie,
for you. You have to let her know. She
Ellie,
does.
really?
She does. She does not have to eat cat. That's not the response that I wanted, Josh. I was like, really? She does. She does not have
Ellie,
to eat cat food.
Ellie, you don't have to eat cat food. Absolutely not. Listen, some of my videos, I need to a little. I'm fine tuning. We are always trying to fine tune our channels, and I know this about your channel because you since I've known your channel has developed even more how you want to do it.
Right.
You didn't used to have as many as special guests on your channel
Nope.
as you do now. No, I mean you used to allow everyone to come up, and you still do that whenever you're not having special guests. But now you have these special guests that are uh, like Mark yesterday, like Mark Landry. Uh, he's a well-known author, and he's a Buddhist, and I'm not trying to generalize him, but
Right.
I'm just saying that and a former drug user and stuff like that. I mean, I looked him up. I read a lot about him. And each time, believe it or not, you may not realize this, but each time you have a special guest up, I do look. Yes,
Didn't hear that last part. You faded out.
I look every single
Oh.
guest that you have up.
Oh
If
well.
it's a
Thank you.
special guest, that's not anything to do with our YouTube channel or our friends here in YT community. If they're like a Facebook guest or whatever the guest that you have from StreamYard coming in to talk to you, I look them up
I
because
appreciate that, Joshua.
it's not just about showing support for you as a friend, but it's also because I'm generally interested in who these people are that you have on your channel because you are my friend. So,
Right.
um, but guys, um, just remember, you never know what you're gonna miss, and not just from the conversations in Yogi's live stream here. If he has a special guest on here, um, do some research. You never like if you don't know who this person is. Like I sure did. A lot of your guests, honestly, Yogi, I don't know who they are, so I want to know,
Right.
right? Who's this? Why is this? Why? Who? What? Why? When? Where? How? The whole shebang there. Why is Yogi having this guy on his panel here? Who is he? Okay. All right. So who is he is normally in your title. That gives it away right there. Okay, so the title comes. I even if I'm in your live stream, sorry, but I leave your live stream and I go look it up
Sure.
unless I have a second phone. But then I come back and say, okay, this guy's done this. He's been here. Um, but yeah, is once you pay attention to your guest on here, if you don't know who they are, it's a good support system. It's already support. You're already showing support enough just by being here, which is amazing. But you know, if you don't know who the person is, who the special guest is, look them up.
Yep. I
Doesn't
have a
hurt. It
guest
only
tonight.
takes a few
I have a
seconds.
guest tonight, by the way.
All
Uh,
right, who's your guest?
Karen Palmer.
Karen Palmer.
Yep.
Okay,
She
and
she does have books on Amazon. She is a she's considered a kindness specialist. Um, she has
yes, sir.
put out a kindness channel. She's also a student teacher of A Course in Miracles. Um, but her specialty is kindness and animal conscious communication, communicating with the consciousness of our pets, particularly dogs. Um, she,
That's
so we're going to talk about her experiences, kindness with dogs, communicating with dogs on a conscious level,
oh,
um,
okay.
training dogs to a very, very kind manner. And we're just going to have, she's such a fun person. And she lives a life of, for her, it's not just about talking about kindness, it's about having a kind life in everything that you do, including
That is
ourselves.
very that is, and dealing with dogs as well. That would be a special interest to some people like Love Our Toy Pups, and maybe and maybe other people who have dogs who are on here, or animals for that matter. You as well. You have cats. You have three
Yep.
cats, right?
Two.
I have two cats. I have two cats. I used to have a dog, but it didn't last very long because of my place of employment. I can't
Yeah.
really, afford it. Sadly, I had no choice. 'Cause dogs require special maintenance that cats do not.
True. True.
You must take them for walks, take them for runs, train them properly, and I just could not do that. Yes, we can have an eating contest, and yes, I love you too. Yes, thank you, Miss Flipper, and thank you, Ellie, and thank you, Chris, and thank you, Sister
Who
Star.
who are you going to
And
do an eating
so,
contest with?
um, well, I mean, you can see right here, um, that I think Ellie asked me for an eating contest. Was it
You against
Ellie?
Ellie?
I think she
Did
said
she
that.
just
Let me make
challenge?
sure that
Did she just put out a challenge to Joshua? Does
I
she
think
know
it was
what she's doing?
I think it was a cat. A cat. Hold on. Let's see. Sorry. Can
Cat
we
food
do
eating
a
contest.
cat food eating contest? It seems cool. Well, here's the thing about that. If we did a cat food eating contest, most of my contents wouldn't even be cat food. It would be a plastic bag inside of the cat food that makes it look like that. Yes. Has this guy even been to the Philippines before? No, absolutely not. But I will go in May. I saw that by the way when I was scrolling to see to make sure that it was Ellie that was saying that to me. So, but no, my girlfriend, she is Filipina. She's from Cebu. Um, and that's where all those sad earthquakes happened, and the super typhoon, and so many people, so many people died there. And of course, it happens everywhere, but not like that. That's back to back to back to back.
Yeah, they've had quite a
Yes,
few tragedies and horrible string of.
yeah, definitely did. You had me up here to sing a song, but I've already been talking to you for quite a few minutes now. So
Well, I'm actually going to end the live stream. I was up doing. I was a guest in someone's podcast, which is why I came in late. If you would
oh,
like to close down the show
close down. Okay,
with a
okay.
song,
I guess I could try to do that. Let's see. This is the time to say Yogi loves you. This is the time he says how much he cares. This is the time to say we love you. So next time, make sure when he does a live stream, you're all there.
if
All
I
right,
knew how to,
guys.
if I knew how to clip, I would clip that as a theme song.
Would you really?
I would. I really would. It reminded me of, you're probably too young, the Carol Burnett show, and she sang a wonderful. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song or two. At the end of the show, she would tug her ear, and people used to always wonder did she tug her ear? It was a sign to her family that everything was okay and that she would be home right after the
Oh,
show. Yeah, just a
okay.
beautiful little gesture. Anyway, your beautiful song. reminded me of Carol Burnett closing.
Well, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do remember. I don't. I've never seen the Carol Burnett show, to be honest, but I did remember the on Nick at Night. I think it was the old reruns where when I would scroll through and stuff. But I never actually watched it, to be honest with you.
Right.
Um, there are a lot of things that I just didn't watch just because either when I was younger they just looked too old for me or something. You know how you when you're younger you have that mindset. It's just well you don't want to give anything a chance because oh this is not
Right.
it's not my bag. This is not Josh. Let me sing a low version for you. Okay, you can do that. But guys, um, this is nearing the end of Yogi's live stream. So make sure if you're not subscribed, please subscribe kindly, like, subscribe, and share his content. He's very wise man right here, very wise man. And by the way, I have a link I'm gonna drop in your one of your short videos or something because this I was scrolling through these live streams and I met this person and they are all about they're all about they're more into intuitive and versus feelings and stuff like that, but they're very smart, they're very smart people. Okay, so I want to introduce them to you and put their channel in one of your videos or
Oh,
something. I'm not sure if I can do that. I never really tried to put a link in your video, but if you have Instagram, I have the same username on Instagram. I don't know what platform you use.
I do have Instagram. I don't go there often. I
Mm.
used to go there to post, believe it or not, photos of pancakes. If you ever do find
Okay,
if you ever find my Instagram, you will see about 6 years worth of pancake photos.
really?
Really,
Wow. You know,
I don't,
hopefully I find your Instagram.
I, I don't want you
Hopefully
guys
I
to
find
think
your
that I
Instagram.
am not that I don't just play a weird guy on camera. I am actually a bona fide 100% weird guy in every single aspect of my. Um, for some reason, years ago, uh, every Sunday for actually 12 years after my divorce, my ex-wife and I would go and have Sunday brunch together, and I would get pancakes. And
Mm-hmm.
one day I took a photo of pancakes. So sort of making fun of the people who post food videos. And I posted it fully expecting to be mocked. And everyone said, wow, there's a great looking pancakes. So I did it again. And every Sunday for I don't know how many years, but probably maybe close to 10, I did a Sunday photo of pancakes. Uh, they're all there.
You
Every
know,
record of every
look,
pancake.
see this? I'm getting hungry.
Wait until you see the
Getting
photos.
hungry now.
You're going to go out and you're going to be like, man, I got to go out and I got to find some pancakes.
I would hopefully when I look at your page eventually on Instagram or your videos, hopefully I can say something to the effect like, "Oh, IHOP eat your heart out" or something like that.
And by the way, they're all vegan pancakes.
Vegan pig, really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I'll definitely hope I can find that somehow.
Duncan Walsh says, don't forget weird guy in his basement, emphasizing in his basement. Just a
Weird
weird
guy
guy
in
in
his
his
basement.
basement.
Yeah, you took that off of your channel. The
I
in his
did.
basement off. Now it's just a yogi.
Just the yogi. I wanted
Yeah.
to
You know,
emphasize,
I never noticed that.
yep, it used to be just yogi doing burpees in his basement. And I still do
Yes.
burpees every day. I have for, I think I'm at day 1400 and something in a row without missing doing
Mhm.
burpees. Um, but I wanted to get so when I started doing more kettlebells and I was de-emphasizing the burpees, I didn't want to add in just a yogi doing kettlebells in his basement. Uh,
Right.
so I just had just a yogi in his basement for a long time. But then I wanted to really get to the point where people knew that I'm not, I'm just a yogi, just a plain old guy, very sincere in my practice. Uh, but
You're more than sincere. I mean your wisdom alone is just is amazing. So you're very smart. And it's not You know, it's not to be taken lightly when I say that. You're a very smart individual, and you know you deserve your channel is underappreciated, as I can see. You need
Oh, well,
more.
thank you for
Uh,
that.
I'm serious. Yeah, I'm completely 100% serious. You have your channel. You have anywhere. Well, one time I think I saw like 30 something people in your live stream, right? One time, but I think you should have at least 30 something people in your live stream every time. Now, I cannot say that for mine or someone else's, but I think that you should have at least 30 something in your live stream at all
Well,
times.
thank you.
Of how smart you are, of your content, you know, and what exactly is that you're focused on, your what you speak about with the other people, you know, your guests, especially now. This should definitely drive your channel up a little bit with all the uh, special guests that you have. It should be starting to do that soon. I believe it will.
I hope so. Um, Hopefully next week, I'm going to plug one guest. His name is Scott Killaby, and he is a expert in alternative treatment for addiction using non-duality awareness um, for and self-inquiry for treating all different forms of addiction and anxiety and other issues that we find ourselves suffering these
You
days.
say non-duality, non-duality.
Yeah.
I'm not kind of familiar with that, so I don't know. You know.
Um, what duality is what we experience every day. Me
Right.
here, Joshua there. Me here,
Hmm.
one of my cats here on the floor. Uh, that there is an actual me here and a keyboard and a desk and a camera. Um, Non duality is the absence of all that. There is just consciousness arising, and that you and I are appearances within that singular consciousness. That
Okay.
we could say aspects of consciousness believing that they are separate and real, but ultimately just consciousness. And we could also say consciousness is God. We could also use the word love, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I get that. Yeah.
So duality is we could say that duality is the uh, consciousness experiencing itself as something other. And when we go back to non-duality, suffering ends because there's no one there to suffer.
Right.
Suffering is always of the ego. So non-duality takes us out of the realm of the ego and back to spirit, back to consciousness. So he uses a form of self-inquiry to bring us back, to give us a taste of that non-dual understanding so that we carry it with us. And it helps us ease the pain of our addictions, our anxiety, of our grief.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's I appreciate you explaining that to me. I really do. So now
Toby,
that gives me a better understanding. So that way, when he is your guest and you have a conversation, I can say, "Oh, okay, I know a little bit more."
right? The best thing to do is when he's here, uh, if there's something that you're experiencing that is causing you in suffering anyway, ask, is there an alternative? Do I have to suffer from my addiction? Do I have to be addicted? Do I have to experience this anxiety? See what he has to say. Uh, everything should be put to a test. Uh, I could say that this religion or this philosophy or this practice is going to relieve your suffering, uh, and it should always be one: has it worked for you? Two, would it really work for me? How do I, you know, if your spirituality isn't causing you joy, we might need to re-examine it.
Right. And with treating addictions and stuff like that, it's good. It's good for that. Um, I can see that. But I used to be addicted to smoking cigarettes, and I used to drink heavily. But I quit smoking in 2016, as well as the majority of the alcohol that I've consumed. Although I have had a few times where I've drank a little bit, and honestly been really drunk. But it's not a problem for me drinking. It's never really Drinking's never really been a problem. But so smoking cigarettes used to be a problem, and so I don't know how I did this. I really don't, but it's not advisable. Considering the coffee and alcohol, both of those are well known um, things that help influence you to smoke a cigarette. If you're a smoker and you you grab yourself a cup of coffee, what do you want? You want a cigarette as well.
Right.
Same thing with alcohol. If you have a shot or you have a beer or something, you want a cigarette. If you already smoke, if you're a smoker, you're going to eventually want one when you drink, whether it's alcohol or coffee. So what did I do? I used coffee as a substitute for cigarettes, even though it's not advisable. I was drinking like a pot to 2 pots of coffee a day.
Yeah.
Every time I wanted a cigarette, I would literally just tell myself, "Oh, I want a cup of coffee," and eventually I believed it. But the power of belief is right there. You tell yourself something, even if it's a lie. If you tell yourself something so much, it becomes the truth. And the truth was, I really did want a cup of coffee at the end. I wanted more coffee.
Can see that.
So, but anyway, my friend, I'm not holding up any more of your time. Thank you.
Thank you for the talk. Thank you for the song. Thank you for those kind words. Most
No
of all,
problem. Maybe you can replay your song and maybe you can clip it then. I think there's a way to do that.
I don't. There is a way. I don't know how to clip things. I don't know how to. You know what I know how to do on the internet? I know how to press the go button.
Go button. Go
That's
button.
it.
Really? You
The go button. Um, and yeah, I would be embarrassed to tell you how long it took me to figure out there was a go button. Um, that's it. That's the
go
extent.
button. Wow. People are
Um,
chatting about what we're talking about. We're talking about what we.
hey, speaking of guests,
Yes.
Julie Burst, who is in here, is going to be a guest for the. Actually, for her, it's going to be the third time, and that's going to be
Oh,
next week. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going
okay.
to have her and I and our friend Diona are having a monthly gathering of course discussion, all things Course in Miracles. She has a beautiful channel. I hope everyone reaches out to Julie. Uh,
Julie, okay. I don't know if I've reached out to her or not, but Julie, I will definitely. If you connect with me, because I'm up here now. If you connect with me, I'll reconnect back with you. I will do that.
Very inspiring channel, beautiful videos. Cannot recommend her enough. The last thing I was going to thank you for your presence, your channel, and what you do. You bring a lot of joy to so many people.
So,
Um,
my channel. I appreciate that, Yogi. I really do. I just I don't. I honestly don't know what is wrong with me up here. Sometimes I just I don't know why I think of some of the things I think of. It's
I can sum it up.
it's beyond me.
Do you want to hear my assessment?
Sure. Yes.
What's
Please go.
going on inside the mind of the amazing energetic Joshua is God's own private mystery. Even God's shrugging his shoulders, going, "What the heck? what
God
the
is
heck?"
he's probably looking like wherever he's at, the higher being God is definitely looking down or around or in or from out. Like, what have I created? Oh my Lord. Oh me, yes, me, Lord. Just
Oh my me, is exactly
my
what
me.
he's saying.
Yeah.
Julie
So,
says she thinks she is subscribed to you. Love your free flow. You know,
oh well, thank you.
sometimes the best thing that we can do for someone who's just not feeling good about the world, about themselves, uh, whatever, is give them a smile. That's what you do.
Yogi, I want you all to look forward to different types of short videos coming from my channel. They're um, they're well thought out. I already had pre-planned some of this. It's just not enacted. It's not in action yet because I have to travel a few places to do this, but they're going to be inspiring videos. They're just know that they're going to be inspiring videos. Like something that is uplifting to others. Not then they're not all going to be that way, but I do have some that are coming.
I've seen you do a live stream where you've danced and you've chugged, and
Mhm.
in the middle of the live stream, you've stopped and you've offered kindness and compassion and inspiration to someone who is reaching out to you. Uh, to me, you're an amazing Joshua channel, meaning that you give what you have, which is joy, which is energy, and which is kindness. Uh, keep being you.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, Yogi. You are very inspiring yourself. You know your words, your wisdom, your how polite you are. You're well spoken. Your content it shows that how much you are in tune with not only yourself but with nature and others around you, and that is a very and you that is uplifting in itself, and I appreciate you for that.
I like to think that from the vantage point of being 60, I can sit here and offer you guys a vision that yes, one day me too will be old and bald. That's my goal. This is it. One day, Joshua, this is this is your future. Be scared, my friend. Be very scared.
My future, my future. I'm wearing this right. This is definitely an aid to that right here, guys. Wearing hats like this is definitely an aid to becoming bald. But some people shave their heads bald anyway, and that's entirely up
There
to
you go.
you. Prep Josh. Yes, sniper. Prep Josh. I need to prepare. I need to prepare.
Chris says better you than me, Josh.
But sniper, I've watched you up here before, and you don't you know you don't look like you're bald. You have all your hairs on your head.
He's got a lot of hair.
I've watched you talk. Yeah, you got a lot of hair. So how are you telling me to prep when you don't need to prep. Well, you would have to prep your well. You'd have to prep for a long time for you before you become bald. Joshua going to get some specs. I have specs. I have glasses. I just have not worn them. That was the I do. I have a private short video. I'm going to release to the public today. It's private, but I'll let you see me in glasses when
Are
I
you
talked to
live
you a few
later?
days ago.
Amateur angler. Hey, amateur. Let's know if you're live later.
I'm just going to do a traffic live later. I will probably um in a few hours. I'm just gonna just this traffic. You know how you see just a Yogi, he's able to type right there. That's all I'm gonna do for this live stream. Um, Thursday. Let's see here. Tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do a live stream at work, but I'll also do a live stream at home at like 6:30 or not 6:30. Like 7:30 or something like that. 7:30 tomorrow night.
Cool.
Something like that.
All right.
But
My
yeah,
last words.
I will do. Mhm.
Come on up and check out my guest tonight. Looking forward to it. We're going to talk about kindness and, of course, miracles. Karen Palmer. Uh, and she really, what I love about these people I'm bringing up, they live their life this way. They aren't just talking about kindness. These are genuinely kind people because they practice it. They practice being kind.
Right.
So, Joshua, thanks for hanging out with me.
Well, thank you. I'll be here on your live stream later, but just know that at 6 o'clock p.m. exactly, I am so literal. I'm so like I don't know what you call that, but I'm specific with my dinner.
Right.
I don't care if I make it or someone else makes it or I order it. 6 o'clock is when I eat, guys. So and I know I'm going to be here in the beginning, but then I'm going to be okay. Well, all right, here's dinner. So I'm only half paying attention at that point, but I'll come back and I'll pay full attention. Guys,
Sure.
thank you so much for having me. Yogi, thank you, Yogi. I appreciate that. Hopefully I see Cat later, so I can so she can meow at you. Um, I'm just joking, guys. Have a good day. Thank you so much. And this is the amazing energetic Joshua saying, check out my short videos, guys. If you're down in the dumps, if you're sad, just watch some of my short videos. You'll laugh at least at me, if nothing else.
I
Bye,
agree.
guys.
Watch Joshua do exercises in odd places. You can't beat it.
That's
Guys, um, again, let me bring it up real quick, and then I'm going to let you go. Got a few things to do. I will be live again at 5:25. I have a special guest, Karen Palmer. I want to let you know who Karen Palmer is. If you just wait one moment, please. One sec. 1 second. I want to read her whole introduction because, or pretty much, Karen Palmer is a best-selling author and popular online talk show host. Her organization is dedicated to educating children and families about environmental issues, animal advocacy, kindness, mindfulness, and compassion. She is the mom who made a wish and started a kindness revolution and founder of the Global Kindness Revolution, which is a network of organization and people co-creating for a kinder or more loving world. Karen is also the second founding member of the World Kindness USA. Most recently, Karen has become a national kindness leader and is collaborating with 29 other leaders from the USA who have combined social media reach of over 30 million followers. 30 million followers, guys. She is a co-founder of the www.facebook.com Spiritual Gone Wild, a popular online broadcasting channel dedicated to raising the level of compassion, gratitude, joy, love, kindness, and peace on earth. She has been nicknamed the Queen of Global Kindness and is a mindful meditation mom, mindful media mom on all social media. She has been known as a modern day mystical Mr. Rogers, who uses music, meditation, mindful practices, and mantras for empowerment of all ages. Karen is also an angelic mindful marketing and sacred social media strategist who helps streamers and visionaries, change agents, and peacemakers to find their voice, sharing their message and glyphs globally. She is a singer songwriter who designs music, empowering kindness activity, coloring books, games for children and family. You can visit her website. She has books on, again, mindful communication, conscious communication with animals, specifically with dogs. So she will be here tonight at 5:25. I'm looking forward to a lot of fun. Sniper says he has many questions for Karen already. Thank you. Awesome. All right, I gotta go. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.